Baby face, you got the cutest little baby face. There's not another.
And my son, my dear son, my only son, and I am so happy.
Baby face, I'm up in heaven when I'm in your
Walter was a very good baby. I didn't have any big problems, although I think he's the only one of the three that we had to take to the emergency because in maybe 3 or 4 years he had different things, minor things, but we had to take him to the emergency. Like he would wake up in the morning and his eye would be swollen, and it was because he was bitten by a mosquito during the night. And he was so cute in his red coat, and Eliza had one too, so they were matching. Imagine if they wore matching clothes now.
You sure have started something, baby face. I'm up in heaven when I'm in your fond embrace. I don't need a shove because I'm in love with your pretty.
Eliza was the one with the strong personality, so she and Walter used to get at each other, occasionally. But Maria was a very easy child to bring up. She didn't get into any arguments, but Walter and Eliza used to get at each other once in a while. Walter was very easy to bring up as a teenager.
Give me a kiss.
My most vivid memory growing up with you had to be, and I was about 10 maybe or so, and you and Mark Brewer had some roller skating club in his basement. He had like disco lights and Michael Jackson playing like I Want to Rock With You, and I wanted to go and roller skate, and you told me I had to have some kind of club pass, and in order to get that pass I had to pay you 50 cents, which I thought was a lot of money and not cool to have to pay to hang out with you guys, but I think I paid it because I remember having the pass. Should have kept it. And anyway, and then we roller skated in the basement. But that's a very strong memory that I have.
I'll be with you, weaving romances.
I'm going to tell a little story about these little things that those of us who were born in the late 60s and early 70s may remember. Now, Walter, I don't want you to get too excited when I show you these, but these are Wacky Packs. Anyone remember them? Anyway, so Walter and I used to collect these. They're kind of like baseball cards. They were a pun on products that are sold in the supermarket. For example, A-Jerks instead of Ajax. All Brain instead of All Brand, chock full of nuts and bolts. You get the idea. So you had to collect a series of them. I don't know, there was like 24 in a series or something like that. Well, I had all of the cards in every series practically, except for Brittle. It was the only one I did not have, and Walter had it. And he would not trade it with me. This is what it looks like. Walter, don't get too excited. So we had probably the biggest fight in history, screaming out loud, probably biting, hitting, pulling hair, punching, who knows what. We had such a big fight over Brittle that Omi, our mom, came and ripped every one of my Wacky Packs in half and then proceeded to throw them out the 2-story window of our house in Cliffside Park, New Jersey.
Imagination will make that moment live. Oh, give me what you alone can give. I'll kiss the pill I dream on.
Walter loves the family, and now he's very fond of the grandchildren. And you know, we only see him a couple of times in the year, but maybe now that I've flown the first time since 9/11 to come down and see Walter and Lori for Walter's 50th birthday, you know, I've kind of broken the barrier. So, and I even said to Anna the other day, "Oh, would you like to go and see Walter and Lori?" She said, "Oh, I would love to." I said, "You love the music and everything down there in New Orleans." So hopefully they can come down this time.
We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, sing. Everyone can see we're together as we walk on by, and we fly just like birds of a feather.
Walter is awesome with all children, actually. Yeah, he's awesome with kids. He always has been.
Around us they say, can they be that close? Just let me state for the record, we're giving love in a family dose. We are family. Hey, I got all my sisters with me. We are family.
Always love Hilton Head. I've been going there since 1970. Can you imagine this? There were a lot of crabs. They disappear for some reason. The water changed, but later somebody told us that there was a good place in Bluffton, and we went there, and oh, that was fun to see. It pulled out a few. Of course, the best was when we stopped at the oyster place, and we bought about 12 or 13 oysters, and we had a great feast.
They're here, are blessed and lucky. It's true. They're here, are touched by something that will grow and bloom in you.
Hilton Head, the family really grew up with Hilton Head, and my uncle was an architect, and he knew one of the architects who designed the first condominiums in South Carolina, and that's how we started to go down to Hilton Head. And it's just in his blood, especially. He just loves to go back to Hilton Head, and now introducing the grandchildren, and they love to come there too. So I hope it can continue.
In every hour, you know it's true.
Badiz adopted us. We had neighbors who, you know, they were into cats. And I guess Badiz kind of scratched on our doorstop one day. Walter was very fond of him.
47 years ago, I met Walter at Loyola.
I met Walter through Patrick Hemel. They were in a fraternity together at Loyola, and Patrick and I have known each other for a few years prior to that. And we started all hanging out together, and we've been friends ever since.
Walter and I first met through a friend, Sean O'Malley, who I haven't seen in forever, but I was looking for some freelance work, and Sean and Walter are good friends. So Sean hooked me up with Cox 10 at the time, and I started working some studio shows.
Have a lot of great memories about you, Walter. Certainly one of the fondest is the night we launched Cox Sports Television. We had all the dignitaries of New Orleans and the sports world at the old studios getting ready to push a button to launch this new regional sports network. And as I was up there with all of these folks and about to push a button, I remember seeing you in the background with cables and wires, and just hoping that when we pushed this button that video would go up. And fortunately it did, and 14 years later it's still up.
Well, he graduated here. He was lucky to get a training which was not paid, but then somebody left and they offered him a job, and this was the end of Walter. I mean, it was 1988, if I remember, was the day he graduated from the college. And since then, he has been lucky Walter. He had only one job in his life.
I remember Walter got his internship at Cox. He was very excited. And I always figured internship in college, after that you go get a real job, right? Been morphed into a real job, and he's been doing it ever since. So there's loyalty for you, right? From neophyte to the old man in the sea.
Alright, pretend like you like him now. This is for me, Ron, and Donovan, and we want to wish you a very happy birthday and many more. Ron helped with this, and he wanted to be here, but he's still running around traumatized across the state of Louisiana after the last tongue lashing you gave him.
We've been working together for a long time, and we've noticed that sometimes you don't always say what you mean.
And that, combined with your accent and the oppressive, crushing volume of your voice, it intimidates some people.
But since we know what you really mean, we decided to translate some things so that people who work with you in the future can understand you like we do.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong? You soft? You need to wipe your lens? Talk to me!
So I know we're in the middle of a tropical depression here, but if there's maybe anything you can do to just increase the visibility slightly, I'd appreciate it. Thanks.
Ready to? Take one.
Surprise?
Hey, stop watching your replays. You're bagging me!
That was a great replay. I know it sucks that you can't enjoy the fruits of your labor right now. And you're probably just trying to find the hero so that you can shoot another glorious shot for me. But I don't have any options to go to. I mean, I'd take a shot of the water boy right now if you had it.
Wait, what? A punt? Where's the punter? Who's got the punter? Damn it, get your head in the game!
Wow, I did not see that punt coming either. Perhaps if you were to watch for that in the future for me, it would help us to put together a better overall production.
That's the wrong guy. Pay attention to the announcers. What's going on out there? Get your head in the game. Somebody talk to me. You're bagging me!
That was a tricky play. Luckily, it seems that the announcers saw what happened. I think if you were to pan slightly to the left, none would be the wiser.
No, you can't go to the bathroom. I can't believe you have to go already. It's only been 6 hours and we're just about to start triple overtime.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, I kind of have to go too. I know that this is kind of an inhumane situation, but hopefully it's only going to last for a couple more hours. Oh, and if I don't get to go, nobody gets to go.
What do you mean you don't remember? It's the same thing every week. Just do what you did last time.
No, I don't remember either.
Where's the mic? I don't hear anything. What's going on back there? Oh, come on, I bet it's the equipment's fault again. You're killing me.
I know we have many technical issues with our equipment, and you're probably dealing with it as I speak. But I'd appreciate if you could just give me like a full report on it, in the meantime.
Quiet, everybody. It's too loud on comms. I can't hear what's going on. I don't know where I'm at. Who are these people? Let's hold, get your heads in the game. Get your heads in the game. Focus. I need you guys to focus. All right. I'm tired of it. Close your headsets and keep the chatter down. All right. At least to a minimal. Y'all are up here. I need you down here. I just can't take it anymore. I'm 50 now.
I get to be loud on comms. Just me.
Well, we all flooded after Katrina, obviously, and Walter had his house over on Tartan, and he gutted it himself, refloated the sheetrock, put the sheetrock in, did all the work himself.
Beyond the horizon of the place
Oh, he built a fence. The deck in the backyard was immaculate. I wouldn't mind getting him to do one for me. Oh, I tell you, I didn't realize Walter really liked to do a lot of things with wood until after Hurricane Katrina.
The ringing of the division bell had begun. Along the long road and on down the causeway, do they still meet there by the cut? There was a ragged band that followed in our footsteps, running before time took our dreams away, leaving the myriad small creatures trying to tie us to the ground, to a life consumed by slow decay. The grass was greener.
Walter is one of the most caring, giving, what's a good word for Walter?
Walter is a very outgoing, friendly person. He gives you his shirt off his back, you know. It's just fun to be around.
He cleans up after himself. He pays his bills. He respects privacy. I mean, he's just a really good, solid person. This was a Hilton Head trip. Walter is not in his picture. It's me and Mark. So if Mark is not going to be around for the party, there he is. He's around usually in every other capacity. So we're having a good time, I think.
Hey Walt, happy 50th birthday. Can't believe I've known you now for over 40 years. Hi, Ugo and Cecile. Haven't seen you guys in a long time, but it's great that you're there for your son's 50th birthday. Like I said, Walt and I met back in 1976 when we moved in next door to the Patties in West Nyack. We played lots of baseball, Yaz, in the backyard and Little League every summer. My team kind of sucked and Walt's Twins won every year. When Walt headed to the south to Loyola, I went to the ice zone of SUNY Oswego, which gave me an excuse every February, March to make it to the Mardi Gras. That's where I met a lot of you characters. Handel, Patrick, Steve, the Indian guy, Turlock. Some great memories of our trips to Italy in 1997. My mom and grandmother were never the same. Ask Walt for the details. Many, many Yankee games, especially the 1996 World Series with Lookoff and Ramey. Rush concerts, crawfish boils in New Orleans and Hilton Head with Patrick and Jan, my wife. And of course, all the Mardi Gras memories. But we all know what happens in New Orleans stays in New Orleans. The list goes on and on. Thanks for being the best man at my wedding and for being my absolute best friend throughout the last 40 years. I've left out a lot of things. It's hard to put it in just in a few minutes of that many, many memories, but thanks so much, Walt. Happy 50th.
I have a good story about Walter. Not too long ago, we were texting about work stuff, and all of a sudden I get this text message back from him that says, "Sorry, I had to stop at home and go poop." And I was like, we don't really have this kind of friendship, but I hope everything came out all right. And apparently he didn't even obviously mean to send that to me. He was trying to send it to Lori. So yeah, that was weird and awkward.
One of the funniest stories I can remember is Walter and I were gonna go to Jazz Fest, and he had this idea, it's nice weather, let's take the scooter. So we went the back way and we crossed over the bridge at David Drive, and the chain on the scooter breaks. So we have to turn around and push it back over the bridge, back through the neighborhood, and there's some little kids having a car wash there and they're laughing at us. And so we got back and then went to the Jazz Fest, and his passport and a tree limb fell on top of it that day. Put a big dent in there.
Okay, here's a picture of Walter in a tie. All right, that was for Eric's wedding. I had that, and I was like, oh, look, there's Walter. This is a restaurant that was in Seinfeld. That's the one. What's it called? Tom's? Is that what it is? Or whatever? I have no recollection how I even had this one, or what this was, or when this happened. I'm going to go with debauchery as well. So
I think maybe it's dear to certain people, not only to his family. He's good at keeping friends, relations. I love him, and he's so great.
When in 2009, when this Garrett Hartley kicked the winning field goal to put the Saints in the Super Bowl, Walter and I were right there, and it was just a surreal moment. It was glad to be there with him for that.
Walter is from New York, so ergo he's gonna like one of those teams, right? And so probably the team that has won the most would be the Yankees as opposed to the Mets. So he's a Yankees fan.
Walter is like the biggest Yankee fan, or I would say he was prior to Alex Rodriguez being there. So I mean, he was Yankee. I mean, he got me involved in pulling for the Yankees. You know, Walter and I have been to several concerts, most of which you would imagine would be Rush. I can't count the number of times we've seen Rush.
Walter introduced me to Rush in 1987. They came to UNO, and I've been similarly attached.
He's about the only person that I believe that would travel and see Rush anywhere. Walter would go see Rush here today, fly out, catch him tomorrow in Houston, and if he could manage the time to do it, he would probably go on tour with them.
Hey, Geddy Lee here. Just practicing some new stuff for the upcoming album. Not touring anymore, just at home, watching some baseball, working on some studio stuff, eating a lot of Cheetos, you kind of stuck here at home, not out on the road, you kind of let yourself go. Kind of need to get back out on the road, I guess, kind of starting to pack on a few pounds, let the hair go, kind of. But it's nice. People don't recognize me on the street anymore, so. Anyway, hey, Walter, I hear it's your birthday. Hey, congratulations, 50 years. Man, you've been following us for like 40 years, Once you got rid of that little tennis bag and became a cool guy, you kind of blossomed there, Been seeing you through the years with all your friends, you bring them, fly in, you see me here, see Rush there, Rush there. I think it's great, kind of wondering, though, who's that new guy you kind of had the last few concerts, Kind of seen y'all down in row 4 or 3, He's kind of looks like a poser. I'm not sure, if he's the real Rush fan, He kind of looks more U2-ish, maybe, I don't know. He just doesn't seem to fit in, He doesn't do the drum rolls with the air drums and the air guitar, I don't know. Maybe you can, find another guy a little bit cooler than him, I don't know. Anyway, happy birthday. I hope you have a great party tonight. Too bad I couldn't be there, kind of working on some stuff here, so have fun, and let me get back to this stuff.
Happy birthday, Walter. Happy birthday, Walter. I just want to say, hello, everyone. Happy birthday, Walter. I just wanted to say thanks for everything. I know happy birthday, Walter, and many more. I just want to say thank you for everything you've done for me. You kept me on. I mean, yeah. Even to this day, I know you're probably like, damn, like, no, damn, like, what the? But I must say, man, thanks. Happy birthday. You mean a lot to me, more it may come across. Like, I know I show up at work sometimes, like I don't care, like I'm not there. Sometimes I'm really not there though, but you know I'm there. I'm there. But I just want to say thanks. Over the past 10 years, you have been, inspiration, father figure, general, very understanding, lead boss. And I just want to say thanks and happy birthday. And it just, I'm messing. But happy birthday and let's party!
The first time I met Walter was through work, and we worked together for several years before we even started dating. I remember one of the first times I worked with Walter, he scared me because he was yelling at me so loudly. I guess I was doing Chiron or something, and something happened, it crashed or whatever, and he just startled me. It was very, very loud. He's a very loud man.
Walter cannot whisper. He can't. He can try to do this. I've never seen him do it. I don't think it's possible. I mean, most people can do that. Walter cannot.
One day, Walter was at the office at Cox 4, and him and Eric were walking by, and Walter stopped to talk for a few minutes with me, and we wound up really making fun of one of our coworkers for about a half hour or whatever. But he came in on the pretense of asking me about landscaping ideas because he wanted to do some landscaping in his backyard, and he knew that I had done a ton to my backyard. So we had that conversation. It went, over and above and beyond, and it was just a really fun conversation. I remember thinking when he left, wow, that's really crazy. That was just so easy and so nice, and it was just really good conversation. Anyway, about, half hour later, he actually called me to set a date to check out my landscaping. The day that Walter came over for our date, he knocked on my door and he had a plant in his hand, which I thought was just adorable. We proceeded to spend the entire day listening to music, floating around in the pool. It was like the perfect date.
We would be at Saints games and he would tell, you gotta meet Lori. We worked together for a long time and I really liked her, and now things are where we could be together.
And I am so glad that, Walter, you are a part of our family, and I couldn't have chosen a better spouse for Lori if I had hand-picked one.
I guess I could say it's the best thing that's ever happened to Lori.
Yes, yes indeed.
And I just wanted to say how glad I am that you and Lori are a couple. I can't think of a better person that I wish my daughter to be with. You're amazing, and I think that's how come I've named you Pope St. Walter. You fit the description. You're an amazing young man, and I call you young man because everybody's young compared to me.
You remember when he proposed and she was walking around with that ring on her finger?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And nobody noticed it.
Not me. I didn't notice it. She was going like, hi, Mom. Hi, Mom.
One of the most fun things that I like to do with Walter is the traveling that we've been able to do. We have traveled to California. We have gone skiing in Colorado. We went to Europe with his family. We got to go to Wimbledon, which was probably one of his true dreams, to walk the grounds and see where Roger Federer played. We played on a clay court in Italy one day and had a blast.
Is where we end.
He really has an obsession now with tennis. Yeah, and Roger Federer.
With nothing
been to New York to visit his family. We've been to Destin, to the condo, which we love. The beach is probably one of our favorites, which is why we decided to get married on a beach. The crawfish boil that we had for our rehearsal dinner, so much fun. Our families got together for the first time. Everybody enjoyed each other's company. There was no stress. It was just perfect.
You and
Our wedding was unbelievable. It was so much fun. It was a beautiful day. We had immediate family there. It was very intimate.
I light a campfire away from the path. We lie in the bluebells, a woodpecker laughs. Time passes slowly, our hearts entwine.
Our honeymoon was the most relaxing, most fun time I think we've ever had. We boated, we paddle boarded, we read, we relaxed, we ate, we went to a bar in the middle of the Caribbean, and it was just amazing. Walter can nap. I've never seen anybody except for an infant be able to nap anywhere, like literally anywhere during anything that is going on. It's quite a quality. I like Walter. Walter is one of my favorite people. I believe that I am so blessed that I met this man. He is truly my soulmate, and again, I am just so blessed to know him.
Hope you have a great birthday. I love you. We all love you, and we're sorry we're not going to be there, but we're there in spirit. And a big hug from me and all the Volpati Goodwins here in Bethel, Connecticut. Bye, Walt. Have a great night.
Happy birthday. Hope you have many, many more. Thank you, my friend.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Uncle Walter. Happy birthday to you. What else do we call Uncle Walter?
Uncle Walter.
Uncle Walter. Uncle Walter. What else?
Take him on, sure.
Yeah, happy birthday.
birthday.
Love
Happy
you.
birthday.
Bye.
Hey there, Uncle Walter, what's it like in New Orleans? We're so sorry we can't be there for your grade 50th, yes we are. But today's your day, you're the star, yes you're the star. So happy birthday, oh, happy birthday. Oh, happy birthday, oh, happy birthday, happy birthday.
Have a great birthday. Sorry I couldn't be there. Miss you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Walter. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Uncle
birthday,
Walter.
Uncle Walter.
Love you. See you soon.
Happy Big 5-0 and many, many more.
Did you hear that, Walter? Huh? Did you hear it? Are you here? Are you listening? Okay, good, good. We love you. Lucy loves you too. We send all our greetings. Have a wonderful day and a wonderful life. Bye-bye.
Yes, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thanks for being my son-in-law. Thanks for being the person you are, for being the wonderful person you are to my daughter. And I enjoy knowing you and being with you. Have a great birthday. Love you. Bye-bye.
Walter, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
50th birthday. I'm jealous. You have a lot less gray hair than me. But, you know, we keep you around because you're older than us. So it makes us feel younger.
Yeah, we'll be the
Happy
youngest.
birthday, old man.
Happy birthday, old man.
Happy 50th birthday. And I'm sorry I didn't get to be there today. I really wanted to, but unfortunately work, you know how it is. Anyway, happy birthday.
And me, I should be right over there. And I say I should be over there because this is all just a clever distraction to give me time to run away.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Walter. Happy birthday to you. Papa can sing, certainly.
I hope you have a fabulous day, a great next year, and happy birthday, baby. I love you.